Welcome back to MPWF RAW, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Hardcore Championship matchup, and here comes Dwight Jones. Dwight Jones walking in the ring right now with a rather smug look on his face. Dwight Jones happy with his actions at MPWF SummerSlam, complaining about his resident tummy pains he suffered from Marcus O'Reilly's beatdown to him last week on Raw. Well, quite frankly, all I gotta say is that Dwight Jones is about to probably get the beating of his life. Is Dwight Jones an impressive competitor? Yes. Dwight Jones, one hell of an MMA fighter. But since coming to the MPWF, you know, he hasn't experienced the success that he experienced in MMA. I mean, Dwight Jones losing a tag team matchup to SBM, some bad motherfuckers, and now Dwight Jones wants to rectify that tonight. But here is Vern Mongo with something to say. Oh, what? Marcus Riley isn't challenging for the Hardcore Championship no more. Systematic Carnage is taking his place. Huge news there. I mean, Systematic Carnage is really being an interrupting factor in this rivalry between Marcus Riley and Dwight Jones, sorry. My God. Systematic Carnage, this sick and twisted monster, will be challenging for the MPWF Hardcore Championship here tonight on Raw in Kingston, Jamaica. This is huge news. So, I mean, Marcus O'Reilly must be resting himself after a match he had with Systematic Carnage last night. I mean, Systematic Carnage is, he's pretty much 100% after that matchup at SummerSlam. And now Dwight Jones is forced to defend his Hardcore Championship against Carnage. I mean, Dwight Jones is not going to be a happy camper about that. This is huge news. Systematic Carnage looking to win his first MPWF Championship on the YouTube era of the MPWF. I don't believe this. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, it's going to be one-on-one. Hardcore rules, Dwight Jones, Systematic Carnage. Well, we were expecting to see a hardcore title matchup at SummerSlam, but I guess, it's here tonight. That's a great thing for you fans here, the MPWF fan base, to see the Hardcore Championship being on the line. This should be a war between these two. This is the first encounter of Dwight Jones and Systematic Carnage, and look at, big clothesline there by Dwight Jones, sorry, and these guys are similar in size, Dwight Jones and Systematic Carnage. Look at the height, both men, similar in height, and this crowd in Kingston, Jamaica is getting pumped for this hardcore title match. Oh, what a DDT there by Systematic Carnage. This is the first of two championship matches here tonight on Raw. And now Carnage punching away at Dwight Jones. And now, Irish Whip sending Dwight Jones in the turnbuckle, and it's just a matter of time before we start seeing weapons swinging like no other, like we saw at SummerSlam. And MPWF bringing the best hardcore action you'll ever see in any core wrestling fed. The rules for our Hardcore Championship is any singles matchup that the Hardcore Champion is in, the title will be on the line, hence why the championship is on the line right now. And Dwight Jones off the top rope, big punch! Dwight Jones with a Superman punch off the turnbuckle, not pinning Carnage though, looking to finish this man off by beating the hell out of him, perhaps to prove a point, and Carnage though, ducks Dwight Jones, and Dwight Jones heading to the outside of the ring, and Systematic Carnage diving off the top rope. Big forearm to the face of Dwight Jones, and what a night we've had here so far tonight on Raw. What a great match we saw between Lethal Mathematics and Tyler Fell. Big announcement, last man standing, World Heavyweight Championship at the Bash, Joey Eagle versus Antonio Goldman. Yamasaki Yoshino is saying that him and KK Kwam's rivalry will end next week, and it's been put in my headset right now, ladies and gentlemen, that next week the main event of Raw will be a Falls Count Anywhere matchup between Yamasaki Yoshino and KK Kwam. Big news there. And Dwight Jones now bouncing Systematic Carnage's face. Oh wait, no. Carnage fights back with an elbow. And now Carnage. What a kick. That's the gut of Dwight Jones. And now putting Dwight Jones on the barricade. Now Systematic Carnage, feeling a little thirsty, gonna take a drink, and yes he does. Systematic Carnage, very uncharacteristic of Systematic Carnage. And we discussed this before, but when we were watching matches with Carnage, Carnage is not your average big man that just randomly runs around screaming, beating the hell out of opponents. Systematic Carnage beats his opponents, in a way. Oh, what a move there by Dwight Jones, diving to the outside of the ring. Systematic Carnage beats his opponents systematically. He has a plan. He knows exactly what he's doing. Everything he does is methodic. And Dwight Jones, though, looking to cripple Systematic Carnage with that crutch. And now, crutch to the spine, bends it directly in half, and Dwight Jones heading back to the outside of the ring. Now, what weapon can he conjure up from outside here? And I think he's got a 2x4 piece of wood. And what a punch there by Carnage. Carnage dropping Dwight Jones. Now another throat thrust. My God. Dwight Jones jumps up there on another 4x4 shot there. And Dwight Jones reeling right now. Dwight Jones has not been able to get his usual boxing offense that we see in matches. And our Systematic Carnage, right to the gut. Power bombing Dwight Jones gut first into the top turnbuckle. And our Systematic Carnage is insensing this one is over soon. Perhaps looking for that chokeslam. Another throat thrust there by Carnage. Absolutely dropping Dwight Jones and go for a cover. That could be it. Knockout to an MMA fighter. How ironic is that? But Dwight Jones gets the shoulder up. Now Systematic Carnage looking to bounce off the ropes here. And Dwight Jones pushing the referee out the way. Referee, look at those quick jabs there by Dwight Jones. And again, another quick jab. Look at the punches, going for the body shots. Now working at the head. And body shots some more by Dwight Jones. Dwight Jones has Systematic Carnage reeling. Can Dwight Jones defeat Systematic Carnage? I mean, Dwight Jones is the underdog in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. And look at these shots. Dwight Jones with a hell of a fight in him. And look at that, body shots to the back of Carnage. Carnage is feeling it right now. And Dwight Jones twisting away that arm. And now, in the proverbial precarious position goes Carnage. And now Dwight Jones bringing that rope in the nuts of Systematic Carnage. And I don't care who you are, that is an extremely painful position. Dwight Jones, though, finds himself in control. And Dwight Jones pumping himself up. Dwight Jones could have been UFC light heavyweight champion. And Dwight Rush! There's that spinning back kick by Dwight Jones. And Dwight Jones, now all he needs to do is hit that super kick. And he's telling Systematic Carnage to get up. Carnage with a big elbow. Big elbow to the face. And knife hand chop. Knife hand chop by Carnage. And big clothesline. Big time impact there as Systematic Carnage drops Dwight Jones. And now 2x4 piece of wood to the head, to the gut. And now again, perhaps looking to break the ribs of Dwight Jones. And now bouncing off again now. Huge DDT. And that DDT busted Dwight Jones open. Dwight Jones seeing his own blood. And now Carnage picking up Dwight Jones. And now, Irish whip sending Dwight Jones into the turnbuckle. And now here we go. Snake eyes it seems. Snake eyes. And yes, Snake eyes. Dropping Dwight Jones. And now a big boot. Didn't get all of that, but it got all of that net breaker. And now Systematic Carnage picking up Dwight Jones. Stomp to the gut. And here comes the running power slam. Dwight Jones, is dropped. Systematic Carnage, once he hits this choke slam, we will have a new hardcore champion, ladies and gentlemen. I guarantee it. And the choke slam, and Systematic Carnage drops Jones. Dr. Jones, Systematic Carnage is putting Jones in a hospital bed tonight for sure. 1, 2, 3, and Systematic Carnage has won the Hardcore Championship. That was a brawl between these two here tonight on Raw. That was a smash mouth fight between the two. But Dwight Jones, for pulling that stunt he did at SummerSlam, was punished and is no longer the Hardcore Champion. We have a new Hardcore Champion in the sadistic, devilish, Systematic Carnage. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be heading for a break, but when we come back, it will be our main event. The MPWF World Tag Team Championships will be on the line. The Natural Disasterz will defend the belts against SmackDown's number 1, number 2, and 3.